A-Rod here, Angelo, Hollywood filmmaker. Did a bunch of stuff this morning, did my 100 burpees, eating healthy. I bought a huge freaking papaya from a fruit stand, and it was $5, and I ended up having to fill like 3 Tupperware containers with it all this morning. That was after my live stream, my 100 burpee live stream. Then swept, mopped the apartment. Then I had chopping up that papaya took like 30 minutes. I had sort of a class today, a writing class. I say sort of, it was more discussion. And basically question answer session, I should say. So I listened to that while I was ironing my clothes, took a few notes. Wait, did I take notes? I don't know. And I've just been so tense and stressed. I don't exactly know why, but I sort of do. I've been through a lot lately. And it's good to talk. It's good to be honest. I'm trying to make progress with my writing. Trying to figure out what should I do as far as, I got my laptop. I got my video editing software. Should I upgrade that? It's not about upgrading it or anything. It's, do I have the time to put in to learn more video editing and coloring? I have my coffee with turmeric, black pepper, and cinnamon. It's really nice. That always gives me a boost. Maybe I'll walk around the neighborhood a little bit. But really, I want to be back on my computer writing. I want to read a script. The next script I have open to read is Moonlight. And I've had that open on my computer for a few weeks, so it's time to finally read it now that classes are over. So my class is basically over for like the semester, you could call it, even though it's not like a university. But I have a month off between classes, so going to do a lot of writing between them. Want to read a lot of screenplays. It's weird because I'm not going out to see anything now. I don't think it would help me. I would be going out to escape my pain and my feelings. I want to sit in my pain and feelings. Yesterday, I was avoiding my pain by eating these desserts. I was sad. I was hurting. And I want to make that right. So it's like, okay, I'm going to eat even more healthy now. I'm going to diet well. I'm going to keep moving, keep doing my grounding exercises to like be grounded in my body. Stay loose, keep writing, reading. I do a quick walk around the neighborhood. Not indulge. Every time I was thinking, oh, it'd be nice to have a piece of cake today. Look how thin I am. I could afford it. I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't really want to. What I want to do is experience my pain, write, read, make a video, something. I've been loving reading the complete Sherlock Holmes. I'll read more of that today. And, do stuff to really experience my pain because I've gone through a lot lately. I just went through hell at my job. I can't really say much more than that. I went through hell. And it's making me anxious, even though today's Saturday. It's like, I never worry about the week coming, but I worry about not doing enough. And right now, Saturday, it's like, oh, normally I have a lot done, early in the morning, but I did my burpee video, which was worth it to me, and I did my, I cut up that papaya, which was gigantic. It took me literally 30 minutes. I had to slice it up into 10 different sections before I could slice the skin off it and then chop it up, put it in my breakfast. But papaya is supposed to be really healthy. Of course, I don't overload it, didn't have a ton of it, just 116 grams or so of it. I didn't even figure out what are the, mainly carbs in that. I was just like, that seems like a decent enough number. And I just want to do things to feel better, be loose, be relaxed. Because if I'm this tense, and a lot of it I think is because I had all that sugar and cake yesterday and ice cream, I can't. Oh yeah, I can't write well. Like if I'm just so tense, I can't focus. I'm not really present for my writing. That's not good. So I'm trying to like loosen up my body, almost like I feel like the bones are separating from the tendons, where I'm loose enough to allow the thoughts, involved in writing to like penetrate me, penetrate my joints. And right now, my body's pretty tight in a way, so I've got to loosen up. Oh boy. And this turmeric, cinnamon, and black pepper, it's like butter in my coffee. It's good. And I still gotta, I normally every Saturday I clean up the apartment and I wipe down the kitchen and bathroom. I haven't done that yet because I got delayed with the question and answer session for my writing class. So I'm going to do that after this and then get back to writing and reading. And then maybe at the end of the night I'll walk around. I don't know. It does definitely give me a boost in my mood and my energy when I have coffee and I add turmeric and black pepper and cinnamon in it. Feels like a really healthy way of boosting myself instead of uh, eating desserts, which you can do. It just like, is that a once in a while treat or has it become a staple of my diet? So I don't want to do that. I want to see if I can go another month without eating a dessert. Maybe not a month. I don't know. Maybe a month. Maybe just once a week, one thing. And that's the thing. I had too much this week, so it wasn't worth it. But I've already got a lot done today, so that's good. I got this book from a free library around here called the Bullet Journal. And it's about how to journal to sort of diagnose your life and get your tasks done and stuff. I'm like, that's where I'm headed, is that direction. So I'm like, started reading that. I have it at work. I have it for my lunch breaks at work. And at home, I want to read scripts and the complete Sherlock Holmes. I want to finish that. And I'll watch probably a movie tonight. We'll see. But my class is over, so I'm not doing assignments for class. But I want to keep practicing. I want to do practice assignments for my class, and I want to work on the other types of writing that I'm doing as well. I'm trying to practice like dreamlike intuitive writing, which I'm really not good at in a way. And the only way you're not good at it is if you're not present for it. So when I was writing this, I was just writing a conversation between two people. I started feeling my conceptual part of my brain creeping in and trying to order it into a story and raise stakes and create opposition and escalations against the characters and obstacles for them to overcome. I'm like, oh, I'm not experiencing it. I'm now trying to dissect it and analyze it. That's not good. So I'm like, oh, I'm getting too tense around it. And I'm like, that was an interesting exercise. So I'm going to go back and try it again and see, can I write just something that feels authentic and emotional with no story? Or if the story comes, just see if it comes. But just a scene where two people are talking and they're just expressing themselves. Can I do that? Or maybe I should go back, do an interview with a character or do a journal entry as a character. And what characters do I want to write? Because I noticed I write differently with different types of characters and different scenarios. There's this spacious loft I live in. Freaking kitchen light I still haven't worked on. That looks much brighter than it actually is. It's basically like, very dim. So again, the kitchen looks much brighter than it actually is too. If you're actually here, the phone raises the ISO or the exposure. It's not this bright. So finished my meal, and I still feel kind of hungry after my meal, which is good. That means I hit my target for that meal. I measured it out too. Oh, sorry, you got the gross view. I'm gonna feel my pain. I'm not gonna escape with a sweet drink or a dessert or whatever. And that's sweeter than having the dessert, is getting to be fully realized, or as realized as possible. And that has to do with what I put in my body too. Okay, I gotta be honest about something too. It's kind of gross, but let's talk about it. Part of the problems I've been dealing with, one of the I've been dealing with so much stress that I don't know if I'm not drinking enough water or what, but I've been constipated a lot. So I'll go like 4 days without taking a dump. And then when I do, it's huge, it's gigantic, and it clogs the toilet. I courtesy flush. As soon as that turd drops into the bowl, I flush. That thing gets stuck. I'm like, oh shit, how do I unclog this, I was reduced to a husk of a man when hey Gaynor, when I did this the other day, and I ruined my toilet brush breaking it up, and I had to throw that thing away, put it in the trash, and it took so long, and I had to plunge it over and over. Today that happened this morning, but it wasn't as bad. First of all, I was more regular because now I'm going more often. I'm drinking more water. Happy life. Yes, that's right. I have lost a lot of weight. And I'm talking about a huge dump I took today that clogged the toilet, but I figured out a way to deal with it better. So we have a bucket under the toilet, and here's the thing. I courtesy flush. I'm good about it. As soon as that turd hits the bowl, flush. This thing was not going down. It was too gigantic. And so I'm like, great. I was like, I struggled with this before. It clogged the toilet. You can't get stuff down. My roommates are, they can't use the toilet really, or they can, but it won't flush everything down. It's gross for them. Hey, Rito. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, go for it. But that's not my regiment. Doing 100 burpees is not my regiment. If you want to learn how I learned to exercise, look up Mike O'Hearn on YouTube. And it's O like apostrophe Hearn. He's really good, down to earth. He knows his stuff. I can't speak highly enough about what I learned from him and his approach. And I'm like, oh, that affects how I work out. But that's not how I lost weight. I lost weight through nutrition and rest, and learning the proper way to train yourself and not overdoing it. I was killing myself working out, and I wasn't getting results. And I didn't realize the workout wasn't inherently the problem. I was overdoing it, so I couldn't recover enough. But I was not getting the right amounts of nutrition, even when I was losing weight. And then I wasn't resting enough. So now I work out only basically 4 days a week, and I've got such better results. Now I do kind of today is the 6th day, so yeah, I did work out today. But now for me, burpees are not such an intense workout. And also, I used to do burpees every single day. I couldn't do them as well as I do them now. So that shows you know how to dial in your workout and your rest and your nutrition. You'll get whatever gains you want. I'm not trying to build muscle yet. I'm trying to cut. And I've been too slow in that because I keep cheating. So I'm trying to cut another few pounds before I start to bulk up and to add calories to build muscle. Wave Station, cool name. I know I've seen you here before. Yep, got to stretch too. Man, you get injured. So anyways, I can't speak highly. Michael Hearn talks about how to avoid injuries too, how to have longevity so you can work out into old age. And it's not about being really strong at old age. It's about having your mobility, your freedom of motion, your range of motion, I should say. But anyways, what was I saying? This morning, I clogged up the toilet with a huge turd. I'm like, oh boy. Fortunately, it wasn't too miserable of a dump. It was actually came out, whatever. We won't get into that. But I realized what to do. I poured some dish soap or hand soap down the toilet, which is kind of pointless. You don't need to, but they say do that. But we have a bucket under the sink. So I kept filling up the bucket under the bathtub, in the bathtub, and then pouring it with really hot water and pouring it kind of hard onto the, into the water. So basically the water pouring out like chops the turd and cuts it up. I had to do that at least like 5 or 6 times and let the water go down. And I tried it a few times before I'd flush, and I had to flush 4 or 5 times. I'm not doing it flushing every time I pour water on it. I would like pour water on it 2 or 3 times. See, okay, has it been broken up enough yet? And I would try and flush it. Eventually, pouring enough water on it basically cleared it up. It wasn't 100%. It was down the drain, but there was still a little clog in there. So by that point, all I had to do, the water was going too low to plunge it. I couldn't get a seal, so got some water in the bucket, poured it in there so the water raised up in the bowl, quickly put the plunger in, plunged it, and then it just knocked it right out so easily. As opposed to before, I needed to plunge for so freaking long. No, I don't regularly see a doctor. I got to make an appointment for a physical. It's been like a year since I've had one. The constipation thing, I'm confident it's just not drinking enough water, being too stressed, whatever. Now it's getting much better. So, but I should go, and I got to get my flu shot. I'm going to get my flu shot Wednesday because I'm off for Thanksgiving. And last year when I got my flu shot, I was kind of sick the next day. So I don't want to get it on a weekday and then be sick at work or just have to go home. But yeah, absolutely. That's you got to get your blood work done. Make sure everything's looking all right, or if you need to change anything, yeah, lab work, all that stuff. And I need to keep my diet clean too. So fortunately, I have a really good diet now, but I cheated. So anyways, but I'm in great shape physically. However, that said, you don't know. You got to make sure your heart, your liver, kidneys, all that stuff is functioning right. So yeah, I'm gonna make an appointment soon. My Aetna health insurance does not work, so I'm just gonna go to a doctor and just pay for it. The Aetna is only good for COVID tests, and potentially if I go to the emergency room at some point or need surgery, then yeah, maybe it'll pay for a little bit, and then I'll be paying out the ass for the rest. But anyways, the main thing really lately is trying to have my mind right. And a big part of that is my diet. Yesterday I ate all the sugar and stuff. I was feeling in despair, not even depressed. I don't feel depressed so much anymore, in despair. And I was trying to console myself with cake and stuff. And I'm like, I would have been better off. I don't like, it's not hating myself or anything. I would have been better off just experiencing the pain, just writing about it, just making a video, than going out and overspending to get this food. I want to lose a little more weight. I want to be a little more cut. But then, once I'm more cut, I'm going to put that information in the app I have from Mike O'Hearn, because I'm on his meal plan. It's $50 a month, exercise and meal plan thing. And then I want to start, I guess it's a reversing process of building up, like adding more calories, start adding more protein and carbs or whatever you need to build muscle. But I want to make sure my body's in the right shape before I do that and my metabolism's right. Anyways, I'm going to get going because I got to clean up. I got to wipe down the kitchen and bathroom as I normally do on Saturdays early in the morning, but today I had other stuff to do. And it was really good talking here. Appreciate it. Yeah, and just want to do some writing and reading today. So everybody go read something good or go write something. All right, thanks for watching.